I am ashamed, folks, of what has unfolded in this country. With President Trump leading in a commanding fashion early this morning, the leadership in Democratic states simply stopped counting the votes. They stopped. In other areas, under cover of darkness, the Trump campaign insists large blocks of votes appeared out of nowhere. In some cases, all of them cast for Donald Trump. Miraculous fashion, right? There were so-called clerical errors made in Wisconsin and Pennsylvania, mistakes that all went in Biden's favor. We're told those mistakes have been corrected, but I'm not convinced. I'm not really even convinced they were errors either, only errors after they got caught. My biggest fear now is the Democrat establishment in every one of these disputed swing states is in the process of undertaking the biggest political theft of all time, which is why the president's attorney, Mayor Rudy Giuliani, on behalf of the campaign, is calling for a recount in Wisconsin and is filing a slew of lawsuits in Michigan and Pennsylvania.
This is beyond anything I've ever seen before. This comes when you think you have so much power and you own the media that you can do anything you want. To win, for a Republican to win here, how many votes do we have to be ahead? 400,000 is not enough?
Asking. Look at this video. It is of a Republican poll watcher, many of them, in fact, being kicked out of a ballot counting facility in Detroit, Michigan. It is truly outrageous behavior on the part of the Democrats. State law allows any party to observe the counting, this especially in Pennsylvania. Pushing them back 20 to 30 feet is not observing. Mayor Giuliani said that's what's happening in Philadelphia. The sad reality is, on Monday, I described to you exactly what would happen last night. I told you the polls would all be wrong, and once again, they were. The polling industry is dead now, by the way. It's useless. So is the media. I also told you social media would censor the president. That happened too. When the president tweeted this, "We are up big, but they are trying to steal the election," throughout the day, Twitter continued to censor and label more of the president's tweets as misleading and in dispute. I didn't see any liberal tweets censored. I also told you Monday night the mainstream media would pretend the race is too close to call. One only has to look at Fox and its obnoxiously late call of Florida. They ignored the big leads in Wisconsin and Michigan, allowing those leads to simply vanish under the cover of darkness. A suspicious gift for Joe Biden.
I'm not here to declare that we've won, but I am here to report when the count is finished, we believe we will be the winners.
Well, the left-wing pawn is all but declaring victory, as you saw right there. But I want you to consider this. The media told us over and over and over again to expect a giant blue wave. Biden was supposed to be declared the winner by 10 o'clock last night. Instead, even after all the declarations, the president is a white supremacist, a dictator, and even a Russian agent, millions turned out in his favor. He grew his numbers with blacks and even Hispanics. Half the country voted for Trump, telling the media, "You don't speak for us." Here is what else happened. It looks like Republicans will keep the Senate. We gain seats in the House, and our government, thanks to the will of the people, remains divided. Trust me, that is a very good thing with the prospects ahead. The collective intelligence of the electorate clearly decided Joe Biden's socialist agenda is not what this country wants. The Senate holds for Republicans, as I expect it to. It will block most of the Biden-Harris radical policy ideas that, at the very least, we can take some comfort in if this all plays out and goes to Joe Biden. My hope still is it won't.
You just watched Newsmax TV, America's fastest growing cable news channel, now in more than 70 million homes. You can get Newsmax TV on your cable system or check your cable guide. And if your system doesn't carry Newsmax, call them, tell them you want Newsmax TV, because we're real news for real people.